Hello, Steeler Nation, and welcome to the Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate and also Britsburgh Owen as well. Guys, this is not a video that I thought I'd be making today. Not a video that I thought would come up. I thought the next time I mentioned this guy, it would be on Saturday, in terms of the anniversary of the Immaculate Reception and the retirement of his jersey before, during and before the Raiders game. But, we all woke up. Well, you guys in America woke up. I was at work when my good friend Mark Davison, who I work on the Steelers Syndicate with, let me know of the awful, sad news of the death of Pittsburgh Steelers legend and brother, Franco Harris. Guys, I was shocked, genuinely shocked, that this has happened. And what a cruel time. I mean, okay, look, no time is good for anyone to die. Death is a strange concept, and I think we all wrestle with that concept, don't we? We all struggle to get our heads around what death means and what happens after our deaths and all that, and the death of anybody that we care for, anybody that we have had an admiration for. We all struggle to get our heads around that, and I think this is just the same sort of thing. And I think, like I said, a particularly cruel time. Franco was, the subject of all the celebration this week, building towards his jersey being retired and him being there for the retirement of his jersey, only the third Pittsburgh Steeler in franchise history to have his jersey retired. And now he won't be there. He won't get to see his jersey retired. And also the fact that in 2 days' time, it's the 50th anniversary of the Immaculate Reception. And again, he's not going to be here to celebrate that fantastic moment in Steelers history with us. I think perhaps at times we lose perspective, don't we? We all lose perspective, but this really is a moment in history for the Steelers that is not a good one. I know that there's a lot of the 70 Steelers have passed on now, the likes of L.C. Greenwood, for example, Mike Webster, but I think this is so shocking today, because we all know that, well, we all seemingly we knew that Franco didn't seemingly have any health conditions. Franco seemed very healthy, didn't he? He was interviewed the other day on Steelers TV with the daughter of Bob Pompiani, and he seemed really healthy. He seems, full of life, full of energy, full of joy, full of joy of this week and celebration of this week. And now he's gone, and it just, to me, seems utterly shocking that this man, this Steelers legend, has left us, that he's passed away today. At the moment, at time of recording, there is no word as to what happened in terms of the cause of his death, just that he passed away in his sleep. An awful thing for his family to have to come to terms with. Franco was loved by Steeler Nation. Franco was loved by a lot of people in the NFL world. And, I think back, even to a short-term memory of Franco, Franco announcing the pick of Kenny Pickett in the 2022 NFL draft, and his reaction and his joy, and, just pure joy and pure love for the Steelers still, and pure excitement about the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this is great. This is great. Franco saying on the stand, he had still great love and great admiration for the franchise. He was a Steeler through and through. You look back at this guy's career, and this guy is an absolute hero, an absolute legend. One of the greatest running backs of all time. I don't think you can take that away from him. The fact that this guy is one of the true greats of Steeler Nation. That obviously, that is a photograph of Franco, in recent times, but he looks healthy, he looks happy. That's how Franco seemed all the time, smiling, outgoing. That was Franco. Franco was just exuded, personality, confidence, enthusiasm. Franco was a great man and a great Steeler and a great player. You've only got to look back at this guy's career: 4-time Super Bowl champion, Super Bowl MVP in Super Bowl 9, NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year in 1972, NFL Man of the Year 1976, First Team All-Pro 1977, 2-time Second Team All-Pro 1972 and 1975, 9 times a Pro Bowler between 72 and 80, NFL Rushing Touchdowns Leader 1976, NFL 1970s All-Decade Team, Pittsburgh Steelers All-Time Team, Pittsburgh Steelers Hall of Honor, Pro Football Hall of Famer, 12,120 rushing yards, 4.1 yards per carry, 91 touchdowns, 307 receptions for 2,287 yards, 9 receiving touchdowns, 100 or touchdowns in his NFL career. This guy is an absolute legend. You think back even, not just to the immaculate reception with that moment of did he catch it, did he not? And the fact that playoff victory was a moment in time that turned the fortunes of the Pittsburgh Steelers around. They were no longer the good old losing Pittsburgh Steelers. They were the Steelers to be taken seriously. And Franco was part of that. And now, to know that Franco's died and Franco's passed away, and it's just shocking, guys. It really is shocking. And even here in the UK, thousands of miles. Okay, I never got to meet the guy, and fortunately, I never got to see him play. As I got into the NFL in 1988. But looking back at the highlights, looking back at YouTube videos, looking back at videos, and I've also read their life's work as well. This guy was amazing. He was such talent. He helped to turn this Steelers franchise around. He established Steelers as a running team. He was, the man, the greatest running back of all time in Steelers history. And like I said, to know now that he's not going to get that celebration on Saturday is just awful. Such sad news. Our thoughts go out to his family at this difficult time. Our thoughts also with the Pittsburgh Steelers players and Pittsburgh Steelers organization at this awful time that, they've lost a brother. Our thoughts with the likes of, Mean Joe and Jack Lambert and Terry Bradshaw and Lynn Swann and John Stallworth, who've lost a teammate. And guys, I think we all just have to take a moment to remember who Franco was and what he meant to this organization, what he brought to this organization. Franco was a great man. Yeah, I suppose he is a great man in past tense because he passed away. Was a great man. He is a Steelers legend. He is the greatest running back of all time in Steeler history. And he is a fantastic human being. And we pray that he rests in peace now, wherever that may be, whatever your beliefs are, that we believe that he rests in peace, and that, I don't know, we just think back and we remember, don't we? We all remember the great times and what Franco brought to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, guys, I want you all to know I'm not doing this for views. I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this just to remember Franco and to say, how I feel today and pay my tribute to the great Franco Harris. Franco, rest in peace, buddy.